Hi guys, this is Colin. I want to thank you for checking out this video. So, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as much as usual this last week. I've been pretty busy having summer vacation with my family, so I not really have the same time playing as I used to. So, I thought I might showcase this Fletcher video, showing that there are some slow progression for me playing the US DD line. If you watched my latest Fletcher video when I played the same match as Flamu and actually managed to get a Kraken, even though I had the worst game ever in World of Warships. And if you also seen some of my other videos, you know that I have always been struggling with the US DDs. And I think I know what the problem is now.
Battle starts.
The thing is, at the time when I was grinding the US DD tree, the US DDs were the only gunboats in the game before. This was before the Russian destroyers made it to the game. And I mean, I thought it was pretty great back then, because it were only the US DDs and the Japanese DDs. So one tree was the gunboats, one tree was the stealthy ninja assassins. But I pretty much gave up on the whole US tree as total for like a year ago, perhaps. Because I think that pretty much every US ship is pretty bad, considering if you compare them to the counterparts of the other nations. So since the Russian destroyer line came out, I pretty much always played Russian destroyers. And now when I'm trying to start to play US DDs again, I pretty much try and play them as I play my Udeloy and my Khaba, and that dog won't hunt. I mean, you can't really do that because it's totally different kind of ships, and you can't get away with the stuff that you get away with in Russian destroyers in a US destroyer, because you will just get blown into pieces. So I think that's one of the main issues. So this is a 4-cap domination mode on Big Brother. I'm heading straight into D-cap, playing my usual aggressive style, and I'm getting focused pretty much from the start. I have all the bomber squadrons from the enemy CV. I also have 2 destroyers in the cap with me, 1 Benson and 1 destroyer that has set in smoke. So I'm shooting off my torps into that smoke, because it's much easier for me to get a hit on that guy than the Benson who is maneuvering away. So I have to leave the cap area for a moment here, because I feel like I have a little bit too much attention. I get 2 hits on the enemy destroyer in the smoke and kill it, and get the devastating strike and first blood. So we are off to a good start. Now I'm trying just to cut around this island, get unspotted, and hopefully being able to go into the cap. Hopefully that Benson is scared off, so I can cap this cap in peace. I have some battleships and cruisers and a friendly destroyer with me on this flank. It seems like the most of us went on this side, and we have a couple of friendly ships on the other side as well. Now I'm looking at this Kudasov, and I see that I can't really torp him, But I'm shooting one salvo either way because I think that perhaps some cruiser or destroyer is hiding in that smoke behind him and hopefully will come up behind him. So I'm just trying to get a hit on someone in that area. I also shoot off the second salvo torps on the left side of that island, and all the bombers are back. So I'm trying to head close to my Fubuki friends and try to help them out with the bombers. I'm not engaging my anti-air here because I think it's a waste on one dive bomber squadrons. I rather wait and use it on when we have multiple squadrons or torpedo squadrons. So I'm borrowing the Fubuki's smoke and I'm trying to get some hits on target. And as you can see, I still struggle a whole lot with hitting those targets at longer ranges. I'm not really sure how you guys do it. I got a tip from one of my subscribers that I should scroll out, zoom out 1 or 2 clicks just to have a better understanding on how I need to change my aiming. But I still think that because of the lazy shell arcs, it's really difficult because you really need to think 3 salvos ahead where the ship is gonna be, because you have always like 3 salvos in the air. So it's not really as easy as playing Russian destroyers. I was anticipating some more dive bomber squadrons coming in, so I engaged my anti-air, but he only sent 1 squadron this time. So I'm trying to push up, trying to push the enemy fleet in front of me. The enemy destroyer hit a friendly torp and is taken out. Now we have this enemy Negato. He's slowly curving around that island, so I'm trying to shoot off my torps way ahead of the prediction line because I'm thinking that he will turn away. I also bought a new mic, so hopefully the sound quality of my commentaries will be way better than they have been. I wasn't really content with the quality of the latest videos. I had some issues with echoes and other stuff. So I bought a blue snowball ice, which was pretty much what my budget gave me at this point. Got a hit on the enemy Nagato and I take him out. So the enemy team are pushing hard on the west flank, so we need to keep up this push on our side as well. Now we have an enemy Miyoko guarding the sea cap, and it looks like the main battle force of the enemy is around A cap, moving north. As you can see, I am really skilled in these US DD shells. I mean, give me a break, guys. I'm trying the best I can. The thing is, I think I play the US DDs pretty wrong. I should more consider these DDs torp boats instead of gunboats, because they aren't really that efficient at shooting long range. You're more like a close-up self-defense gunboat, and while you have really great torps, you should really use those the most, I think. You also have great reload speed on the torps, so I think I should start trying to focus more on using the torps than the guns on the American destroyers. If you don't agree with my opinion, please write me something in the comments below, because I'm really struggling and I really need all you guys' input on these boats. The friendly destroyer with me in the cap was taken out, so now I'm alone trying to cap. I'm trying to get some hits on this Myoko, but I'm not really that successful. Of course, he's able to hit me without no problem. We have an enemy battleship pushing south as well, so I need to take him into consideration as well. It's an enemy Tirpitz at full health, and I pretty much lost all support I had doing this push. Now it's only me at this cap, and we have a friendly destroyer who I think is going for their CV. I'm not really sure why he's down in that corner, but anyways. Another mistake I'm usually do in the US DDs are also I'm going into close quarters knife fights with enemy battleships, because I'm pretty used at doing whatever I want in Russian destroyers, because you can get away with so much in those ships. But every time I go into a close encounter with a battleship, with a US destroyer, they really make me pay for my mistakes. So I really need to learn to play a little more safe and not so aggressive as I'm used to, and also use smoke more. So this Tirpitz is pushing really close, and my torpedoes are still on cooldown. So I'm just trying to set some fires, hopefully pushes him to use his damage repair. He has shot his torps, but I have not really an issue dodging these. Yeah, he's really close now, and soon he will spot me because he breaks that 2k range. Now my torps are up in 4 seconds.
The ship is on fire.
I'm hoping to get as many hits as possible, because I will hit him in the front. I know I'm guaranteed a flood. So I'm getting 4 hits, 4 floods, but unfortunately he had his repair. So unfortunately I did not survive this round. I'm not really sure what he meant with this comment. Lucker, you suck. In which case am I lucky? I mean, I'm dead and he's not. Was I lucky to hit him with torps at 2k range? I'm not really sure, but anyways, it's the end of the game. We won, and I've reached over 100,000 damage which, considering me, is a really good game. So let's look at the results. So a little better than my last game with the Flamu. Got some nice hits, 107 hits in this game. I think I had 23 or 25 in my last one. Some torp hits, some captures. Made number 1 in the team and made pretty much more XP than anyone else on the team, so I did do some carrying. But since it's a tier 9-10 game, you don't really get that much credits. But still a good game. Thank you so much for checking out